Hello everyone! Before we start our lesson today, I want you to prepare your mini board, your markers, and your English books. Now let's start. Family and Friends, Grade 5, Semester 1, Unit 4, The Ancient Egyptians, Lesson 6, Writing. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to recall the past simple of regular and irregular verbs, to identify topic headings in paragraphs, and to write about ancient Egyptians. Now, let's read about the ancient Egyptians together and then fill in the table below. You have to find out the regular and irregular verbs in the past simple tense. Let's start reading. The ancient Egyptians lived 5,000 years ago. They worked hard. Everyone had a job. They worked as teachers, doctors, farmers, and writers. They lived in small houses. Only rich families lived in big houses along the Nile River. They had a lot of healthy food. Poor families ate vegetables, lentils, and bread. Rich families ate meat and drank milk. The children of the ancient Egyptians were taught at home by their parents. They were taught how to be good farmers. They played with balls and marbles. Now let's look at the underlined verbs. Which ones are past simple regular verbs and which ones are past simple irregular verbs? I'm sure that you remember. Now let's click on the red boxes to check your answers. The regular verbs are lived, worked, and played. The irregular verbs are had, ate, drank, and taught. Were your answers correct? Excellent. Now let's read the following paragraphs together and match them to the suitable topic. Let's start reading. The ancient Egyptians lived 5,000 years ago. They worked hard. Everyone had a job. They worked as teachers, doctors, farmers, writers, etc. So is this paragraph about children, about jobs, about houses, or about food? It's about jobs. Good job. Let's look at the second paragraph. They lived in small houses. Only rich families lived in big houses along the Nile River. Is this paragraph about children, or about houses, or about food? It's about houses. Good job. They had a lot of healthy food. Poor families ate vegetables, lentil, and bread. Rich families ate meat and drank milk. Is this paragraph about children, or is it about food? It's about food. Good job. Let's look at the last one. The children of the ancient Egyptians were taught at home by their parents. They were taught how to be good farmers. They played with balls and marbles. So the last paragraph is about? Of course, it's about children. Good job. So each paragraph describes one topic. Now let's start practicing. You have to read this text, then answer the following questions and name each paragraph. So you have two things to do. After reading, you have to answer the questions and then you have to name each paragraph. You have 8 minutes. You can write your answers on your mini board. Start. Now let's check your answers. The ancient Egyptians lived 5,000 years ago in small houses built of mud and straw. Some huge houses were built of stones. Women in ancient Egypt took care of their children. They did different jobs besides their duties. The ancient Egyptians had a lot of hobbies. They loved poetry, art, and music. They enjoyed singing at festivals. Now let's look at the first question. How were the ancient Egyptians' houses built? Small houses were built of mud and straw. Huge houses were built of stones. Very good. Number 2. Who took care of children? Women. Excellent. What did the ancient Egyptians love? They loved poetry, music, and art. Good job. Now, back to the paragraphs. What is the first paragraph about? Let's click on the red boxes. Paragraph 1 is about houses. Excellent. And paragraph 2 is about women. Good job. And the last paragraph is about hobbies. You did a great job. You can notice that each paragraph describes a different topic. For example, the first paragraph is about jewelry. You should write more than 2 ideas. Idea 1 can be, the ancient Egyptians wore beautiful and colorful bracelets. Idea 2 can be, their jewelry was made of silver and gold. If the second paragraph was about furniture, and again you should write more than 2 ideas. The first idea can be, rich families had beds and mattresses. They had comfortable and armchairs. And the second idea can be, most of the poor families used mats as beds because they liked to sleep outside. Now let's start practicing. In this activity, you have to write 2 ideas for each topic to form 2 paragraphs about the ancient Egyptians. The first paragraph is about clothes, and the second paragraph is about sports. And you have here the phrases that you can refer to. You have 5 minutes. You can write your answers on your mini board. Start. Now let's check your answers. For paragraph 1, the first idea is the ancient Egyptians wore white clothes made of linen. The second idea is they wore sandals made of woven grass. Very good. Let's look at the second paragraph. Idea 1. Men spend their free time in swimming, fishing, and boating. Idea 2. Children played board games and some sports with their parents. Very good. And this is how the text should look like. Now it's your time to write. You have to write 2 paragraphs about the ancient Egyptians, transportation, and clothes. If you write 35 words, you earn 1 star. If you write 40 words, you earn 2 stars. And if you write 50 words, you earn 3 stars. Before you start writing, you can do some research. And remember, before you start writing, you have to start your sentences with a capital letter. You have to end your sentences with a full stop. You have to leave space between words. You have to check your spelling, and you have to write using the correct grammar tense. You have 15 minutes. You can write your answers on your mini board. Good luck! Now let's look at a possible answer. The ancient Egyptians didn't have any cars. They used boats to travel from one country to another. They used donkeys to carry their goods. Women and men in ancient Egypt wore clothes made of linen. Linen is a light fabric that helped the ancient Egyptians to work in hot weather. Men wore short or long white skirts. Women wore long white dresses. Both men and women wore sandals when they went outside. Did you check all the boxes? I'm sure that you did. You did a great job. This is the end of our lesson today. I hope that you enjoyed it. See you soon.